Alrighty, looks like we are rolling, guys. Welcome. Just wanted to do a video for you guys talking about Google's free tools. So the reason for this is I was talking to the other Corey in our business, who's way smarter than me, and we were looking at, what can we do for people this week? In New Zealand, we're into the second or now the third week of lockdown, and people are starting to get busy again, looking at what are they going to do when all of this is over, and how can they start to improve their business, pivot their business. And people are asking questions again, looking to extend their digital reach. So the discussion we had was, what can we do for people that's free? Just what can we show them that's useful? And we thought about Google's free tools, because Google has a whole bunch of free stuff. Now I'm going to keep talking and just transition to the next thing I want to locate for you guys. Google has loads of free stuff that's really useful for a whole bunch of reasons. So think improving your website, think about using data to improve user experience, think about getting higher conversion rates on your website once people find you. So all of those things, when we talk about the hub and spoke model, all these spokes are like your platforms where people find your business and they end up on your website. And Google has heaps of tools that will help you to convert people at a higher rate, give a better experience, and just make your business more robust. And some of this stuff is not that hard to use. Some of it's a little bit more technical, but it's all free. And you can sit there and learn the stuff yourself and get a whole bunch more bang for your buck in terms of time, really. So we've got, I think, 8 free tools in here we're going to work through. Now, you guys will know some of them. So Google My Business, you guys know, we've talked about that a lot. Google Analytics, hopefully you've already got on your site. Even just using Google's search bar to preempt stuff, you've probably done that before as well. So let's dive into it. So how to use Google's best free stuff is what this video is called. So the first one is Google Trends. So the main thing with Google Trends, the URL is there, trends.google.com/trends. The main thing that we use that for is to think about, what are people searching for now? So it'll give you this cool map and different phrases and areas and things, because no doubt you're using this month or this time to create content. Maybe it's blog posts or Facebook's posts or emails or whatever. And if you can match up the stuff you're building with current trends, that's quite useful, because you're going to leverage off of the search volume that's out there. So Google Trends is a really cool tool, and it will just be something that if you visit that every week or every few days, it might give you some ideas as well for content generation, because you might see a trending topic or a trending query that's coming up and think, aha, I can link that to my business in this way. So I don't want to go too deep on the technical sides of it. It's more high level, like I want you to go there and play around with it, and it'll get you thinking about how to create more topical stuff based on the searches that are actually happening in the world right now. Okay, so the second one I want to talk about is Google Keyword Planner. Okay, so keyword planning, think how high you rank on Google. Let's say you engage an SEO consultant to help you rank higher. The first thing they'll do is they'll look at the keywords you want to rank for and win on Google. So if you're a local mechanic, they're going to look at some phrases like mechanic near me or mechanic tauranga or how to change my oil or whatever it might be. A lot of the work they will do, they might use other tools because there's quite a few around, but they'll often use Keyword Planner as well. And it's a Google tool, and people search on Google, so it makes sense to use the Google products. It's free. You can even look at what your competitors are targeting, and you'll get ideas as well. So you might go, aha, we wanted that key phrase. Actually, we're better off going for this key phrase or that key phrase. Now we can start to get some ideas around what to do next. Okay, so keyword planning is a very early stage process for all SEO people, because they really need to know what volumes are getting, what search terms are getting volume, which ones are best for us, which ones have competition, which ones don't have competition. Are there some easy phrases we could try and win on Google, which will give us a real bit of bang for our buck? Okay, so keyword planning is definitely something. At the basic level of keyword planning, you might think, like a customer we've got, a phrase we introduced to them on their front desk was, how did you find us? And the answer is usually Google. Okay, what did you actually search for? And what phrase exactly did you search for? And they just jot that down and keep a little tally board going. So that's kind of what keyword planning is. What are people actually searching for? The next one is Google Data Studio. This is really, really awesome because you can essentially give yourself like an executive report every week or every month or whatever. So you can see right in front of you what's working and what's not. Now, as marketers, we implement ideas and then we look at the data and we go, okay, more of that, less of that. Really, that's the game. Okay, so Google Data Studio allows you to build the report that's best suited exactly for you, and it automatically sends it to you or just whenever you want. So we do that with our Google Ads clients. We send them an automated report each month in a way that's digestible for them. It's not overly technical. It gives them real data and compares it to last time. So it's a really good thing to play around with because, you know, it allows you to give yourself real data so you can just make better decisions going forward. And that's really what we're all about, is helping you make better decisions going forward. And no one can do that without data. So Google Data Studio, entirely free, really, really cool. PageSpeed Insights. Now, Google has told us explicitly multiple times that we want fast websites. Okay, all other things being equal, they send more traffic to the faster website. So when someone pops up and we find that the website is not particularly fast, or you discover that your website's not particularly fast, what do you do next? Okay, so we know that it's good for users, we know it's good for traffic, we know it's good for everybody, but what do you do next? So go to developers.com, developers.google.com, PageSpeed Insights, the URL is there, and it'll tell you what to do. Okay, it'll give you ideas, and then you can feed that back to your developer and say, hey, I've been running these tests. It'd be great if we could drop our load time from 4 seconds to 2.5. That could take you from spot 4 to spot 3 on Google, or spot 2, and that's worth money. That's money in the bank. Okay. Next one is Search Console. So Google Search Console, it tells you how to improve your own SEO based on how people are actually searching. Okay, so it's more behavioral. Okay, so how are people interacting with your site and how they're searching for your site. So go there once in a while and have a muck around with it, because again, the more you can learn about what people are actually doing on your site, the better, because then we know where to focus, where not to focus, what things to cut out, what things to emphasize, which bits to test. Okay, so Search Console is really cool. Now, Google Analytics, hopefully you've got it on your website already. If you don't, you definitely should. This is kind of the starting point for all these other things. If you've got a website built with Wix or Weebly or Squarespace, you might have their inbuilt data tracking, and that's fine. Personally, I'd rather see people use other products except for those ones, but Google Analytics is kind of like, how did people find your website? Where did they come from? Okay, are they coming from social channels, organic search, direct, referral, all that stuff? Thing number one for any business is get that on your website so you can start to unlock all these other really cool tools. Okay, Google My Business. We love Google My Business. We've talked about it at length. I might pop some links in below from the articles we've got about Google My Business. Free, awesome, powerful, especially for local business. Okay, so for local businesses that serve a geographical area only, Google My Business is an absolute must these days. We have seen people build this platform out and the phone has rang the next day and they've booked real jobs. Electricians, plumbers, all those service-based industries, people just grab their phone and go, you know, electrician near me. So if you don't have a Google My Business listing, you'll be losing out. So you need to do that for sure. Now the last one we've got here is Google Optimize. Now this is about testing elements of your site to see what's going to perform better. It's actually really easy to use. So it helps you to improve your user experience. So when people come to your site, what do they see? Where do they go? And every time you can make an improvement, that usually equals better experience for the people arriving there, better conversion rate because they're going to become a customer or do the thing you want them to do, and then more traffic from Google as well. So I really recommend you guys jump onto all of those tools. They're fantastic and entirely free. So some you won't know what to do with them, and that's fine. You can ask us or you can try and learn yourself. But definitely there's a lot of power in those Google tools. Most small business owners don't use them at all, or they might use one or two. So I'd strongly recommend you look into them because they're free and they can absolutely help your business grow. Okay guys, cheers. We'll talk again. Bye for now.